When I was a kid, I was terrified by the film Return of the Living Dead. You know, the 1985 zombie cult classic that had our ghouls calling out for brains. As an adult, I enjoy the hell out of these cheesy, just fun movies. And I know several of you guys out there really like them as well. I want to tell you guys something really cool. My friends, get ready because we're getting a sequel, a direct sequel, unlike the multiple spinoffs we already have. Some for better, some for worse. Jason Emmett here with the Movie Mix, and you heard me right. Our 2025 Christmas gift will be a sequel to the 1985 film, and what's more, it's going to take place in 1985 at Christmas time. Now, there's already a teaser, even though it's a year away, and we know the film is going to be directed by Steve Walsh. What we know for sure is that the story will be set a year and a half after they nuked a small town in Kentucky. I actually live like 40 minutes away from Kentucky, and I vaguely remember when that nuclear bomb went off there. This time it's going to take place in Pennsylvania, and it's not going to be a remake. It's not going to be a reboot. It's going to be a direct sequel. They're also saying they want to go back to old school filmmaking techniques, which means more practical effects, which is how movies like this should be made, damn it. Directed by Dan O'Bannon, the 1985 film was a breakoff of George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, based on a book that John Russo wrote alongside with George Romero. It was supposed to be a follow-up to Night of the Living Dead. Now, the two of them wanted to continue making films in the genre, but they actually had drastically different visions. So Russo went on under the Living Dead titles, and George Romero simply used the Dead titles, i.e. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Now, Return of the Living Dead was the movie that suggested zombies ate brains specifically, not just, all of the people, just the brains. So in that, they were actually people or corpses directly that became infected by a gas called trioxin, and they didn't become infected by the bite of others that, would infect them and kill them. They had to actually have the gas ingested somehow to become a zombie. And also killing them in this, well, that really wasn't that easy of a thing to do. You couldn't just shoot them in the head. In fact, mostly they couldn't figure out how to do it, short of just destroying them altogether. So this new movie sounds like a ton of fun. Zombieland Chucky effects artist Tony Gardner has been brought in to create our Living Dead look. We've already seen Tarman, who looks wonderful in this, and we're being told the plot will feel very familiar to the idea of the first film, offering audiences a, quote, "Welcome back to the dark humor, sexy edge, trioxin-fueled world horror fans first encountered in 1985. This right here is the sort of news we like to hear when dealing with updates on properties we love. Hollywood, you guys need to pay attention, because if this turns out to be as cool as I suspect it might, you're going to hear fans rejoicing next Christmas. Now, if you're interested, there are 5 Living Dead films you can go back and watch, although a few are not so great. A few are pretty good. We're going to keep you updated as we hear more, but while we wait, maybe go watch the original, to prepare for this one. Then you need to go down and hit subscribe on your way to the cemetery, and of course, stay awesome.